Hey guys, welcome back to Spiritual Guitar. Today we are playing Sirenita Bobinsana. This arrangement combines two different versions of the song. There's the version we all know and love by Shimshai and Susanna. It's a little more lighthearted, light energy. It's really fun to play. And then there's an arrangement written by Orca that I found that's a little bit more pensive and dark and melancholy. So I put these two together, and when I play it, I really like to start with the darker arrangement and work into the bright, happy arrangement that Shimshai and Susanna wrote. So I'm going to link both of those two versions down below in the description so you can check them out for reference. And as always, I have the sheet music and tabs for this arrangement that I put together linked below as well, so that'll bring you to my Patreon where you can find those. And in this lesson, I'm just going to play through my arrangement, kind of combining both different versions, and then we're just going to break down the different chords that we're working on and some of the different accent notes that make up the melody and the different harmonies that we're playing. So I'll just play through this now. This is my arrangement of Sirenita Bobinsana, borrowing from Orca and Shimshai and Susanna. And that should take you through most of the song. I kind of alternate back and forth between those two different versions. As I'm singing, I like to play the Shimshai and Susanna. So it's like I do like an instrumental, darker sounding before, and then I get into the Shimshai and Susanna, nice and bright and light, and I start to sing with that. And I take us back down into the, it just gives you some time to think and be pensive and reflect. So I think it's very powerful to do both of these together, and let's get into it. They're both using the same chords, however the chord variations are a little bit darker sounding, some minor variations in the Orca version. But in general, and I'll throw these up on the screen, we have an E minor, we have a C, we have a G, we have a B major 7, or B dominant 7, back to an E minor. So the chord progression is C, G, B dominant 7, now you play the B7 two different ways. In the Orca version, I play it like this. And in the Shimshai and Susanna version, it's like this. Right, so those are the chords, and let's just get into it. So we'll start with the Orca version. Our usual E minor chord, I like to play it with my second and my third finger. However, for this, we're going to play an E minor 9, which means we're going to put our finger on what would be this F sharp here on the D string. I'm going to put my pinky here. I should mention that I have a capo on the 5th fret for this. When Orca is playing, since it's a little more minor sounding, they actually do it on the 4th fret, so you can do it there. You can really do it wherever sounds good to you. But in this case, today, I'm playing it on the 5th fret. So E minor chord, Your first and second fingers are down where your second and third usually would be, and I'm lifting up and placing down my pinky on this F sharp note, which is the D string, 4th string, 4th fret. And I'm just kind of arpeggiating the chord like this. So it's as if I were playing the E minor chord with my right hand. It's thumb, thumb, index, middle, index, thumb, thumb. Thumb, thumb, index, middle, index, thumb, thumb. Now the only difference is on the way up, we're going to place our pinky down on this F sharp, so. And then on the way back down, we lift our pinky up, pinky down, up, down, up. You play that as many times as you'd like. It's just kind of introing, getting us into that vibe. It's a little suspenseful, a little mysterious. The 9, you're actually playing the 2, which is a close tone or a close note, so it puts you on edge a little bit. It's close enough to the home note, our home bass, but it's just a little off, so we know something's a little off, and you're just kind of setting the tone as you introduce this song. Especially because we're only playing it on the way up, and on the way back down, we're not, so it's really putting the listener, putting a little bit of tension in their ears. So just there, when you're done playing that and you're ready to get into the song, you just arpeggiate all the way up. Well, actually, so you're going to go back down and end on this A string on your B note. So up, down, back up. And then that E note is when you transition to your C chord. So. So that C, we're playing our low C note, and we're playing the high E. I like to do that with my thumb and my middle finger. So thumb on D string, index on the B string for your C note. Now what's important here, I'm going to write this out in the tabs the way that I play it, but I play it differently every time I play it. And I encourage you to do the same. It's not, you want to focus on the notes that make up the melody or the lyrics of the song, and then the rest of the notes are kind of filler notes that you want to fit in the chord, you want them to sound good, but you want them tucked into the background, and you don't necessarily want them to stand out. You certainly don't want them to be the wrong notes that are jarring the audience or yourself, but don't really stress or fret about getting them down exactly the way that I'm playing it right here. What you really want to stress are the bass notes and the melody. So it would be this. Whoop. All right, so having said that, I'll kind of show you the different filler notes that I'm putting in there, but I don't want you to stress about them too much. So my thumb on the bass note on this C as I play the E, then my thumb comes down to this D string, playing the E note. And then I'm just kind of tickling this D string and the G string. Then we move over to the G chord, and we place our pinky on the D. This is our melody note, the lyric note. Sirenita de los ríos. I'm kind of stealing from the Shimshai and Susanna version here. So I'm playing the low bass note as I play this D note. So then my thumb moves over to the D string. I lift up my pinky and I play the open B. Then I just play the D string again. So that's kind of my filler with the G chord is this D string. We're going to move over to our B major 7, or B dominant 7. When you do that, I'm going to lift up my third finger, lift up my pinky, but keep it kind of ready. So I play the open B, place my pinky back down on this D. This is my anchor note now. I'm going to slide it up and place my fingers down on this B minor, or this B major 7. Whoops. So we're playing this B dominant 7 a little differently. So I'm going to go from my G chord. Now I'm not going to bar my first finger. I'm sliding my pinky up, placing, and that's going to be on the 4th fret now, 2nd string. And then I place my third finger on the 4th fret, 4th string on this F sharp note. And then my first finger on the B, 2nd fret, 5th string. And those are the only 3 notes we're playing for now. So let's just practice going from the G to that because it's a tricky move. And then I'm lifting up my pinky and playing the open B string. And then, after my pinky is lifted up, and I play that open B, I'm using my D string here as the fillers as well. Right? D string, D string. Pinky now places down on the 3rd string, 4th fret. This is on our B natural. And we're going to slide our pinky down. This is, you don't have to do this. I do it for a bit of flair. It's tricky. Yeah, I would recommend, I would give it a shot. You know, it's tricky, but I think you can do it. So, we're placing our pinky down on the 4th fret. As I do that, I'm lifting everything else up, and I'm sliding it down the second that I play it. It's just an accent note. We just want to, it just colors. We really want to get to this A note here that's on the 2nd fret, 3rd string, but so when you're doing this, you can just practice it like this. And now notice the difference. I'm not going, I'm going. You can almost barely hear the note. It's just an accent. I'm not. So it's slide and then pull off with your pinky. This is a great exercise by itself. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna take a lot of control. So really slowly. When I pull off on my pinky, I kind of, it rests and hits the 2nd finger. So it charges up, I pull, and then it rests on that 2nd string. This keeps it kind of controlled. It keeps it close to the neck so that I'm not, and then I'm all over the place trying to get my fingers back down on the chord. No. We want to keep it, I like to say, maximum efficiency through minimal movement. We move as little as we possibly can so we play as efficiently as we possibly can. So back to our B dominant 7. Whoop. That's why we don't bar this note. because I want to get that open B string when I lift my pinky up. That's why we don't bar this finger, I meant to say. And then back to the E minor. Play it all over again. I do like to kind of hammer on into the E minor. These are just little flares that I like to bring. You don't have to do it. You could just go. Sometimes I like to go. Right? And now we're going to go into the chorus. This is the same chorus that Shimshai and Susanna wrote. I just play it a little more slowly, and I give it a little bit more feel as I'm in this darker intro spot. So, G chord. So what I'm doing there, we're basically just in our open G chord. So third finger on the 3rd fret, 6th string, second finger on the 2nd fret, 5th string, and so open 6th string, 2nd finger on 2nd fret, 3rd, we're walking into it, and then I'm striking my G here as well as the open G on the 3rd string at the same time. And I'm just going back and forth, alternating my middle finger on the G string and my 1st finger on the D string. So that first move there, it's just a hammer on onto this B note, 2nd string or 2nd fret, 5th string, I can never get those right. And as soon as you hammer on, you're gonna pluck the D string that's right above it. You can just practice this and isolate it. And then we're going to hammer on and pull up. So this took me a little while. It's a little tricky. So you're hammering on to your 5th string, plucking the 4th string, open, and then you're gonna hammer on from open 4th string. So pluck, hammer, pull, pluck, hammer, pull, pluck, pluck. So the last time that you play that, you're going to do it. You're going to do it just twice, and on the 3rd time, you're going to transfer over to your B dominant 7, walk that up, and then end on your E minor chord. So I'll play it really slowly. It looks like this. There, I forgot to mention, after our D string hammer on and pull off, we're going to place our finger down on the B, and then we're going to play with our middle finger the open G string. And now, as we put our finger on this B note, which is 2nd fret, 5th string, we're going to play it and shift our fingers into this B dominant 7. Right? And we're just gonna walk our fingers up, arpeggiate. I do thumb, index, middle, And then I'm going to play both open E strings. From there, we're going to go into the Shimshai and Susanna. So that's the whole thing for Orca. And really, that chorus that we just played is the same as Shimshai and Susanna. So we'll revisit that and just play that again after we play this intro. But right from this E minor, now we're going to get a little happy. Same chorus, I'm just playing it faster. All right, let's get into it. So it's just, we're gonna start with our C chord as opposed to our E minor, and we're going. So the melody, the lyrical melody that we really want to emphasize is right? Sirenita de los ríos, danza, danza con el viento. Sirenita de los ríos, danza, danza con el viento. So just work on those first. It's open E. Let's do it while we're playing our chords. E, E, pinky down on G, and then we're going to move to our G chord. So we're moving to our G chord, but we're playing the melody note here is our D note, which we're going to use our pinky to catch on the second string, 3rd fret, open B. So E, G, E, D, open B, open B, D, open B. But when we did that D, we switched to our B dominant 7. Then A, G, E, 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 G, E, D, B, whoop, E, E, G, E, D, B, B, D, D, B, A, G, E. And now let's just play the chords along with it. And I'm just kind of using my fingers. You kind of strum with your thumb these first two notes, or these first two strings. And then you arpeggiate, which means to play them one at a time, but in quick succession. The 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. And when I'm doing my filler with my thumb, I like to use the D string most of the time. Sometimes I'll use the G string, but I'll really emphasize that filler note so you can hear it. Play it one more time, really, really slow. you go into that same chorus. I'm actually not going to cover that because I want to keep these lessons a little shorter. And that should take you through the whole thing, honestly. We've covered the Orca slow intro into their chorus, which is borrowed from Shimshai and Susanna. And then we go into the more bright sounding arrangement that Shimshai and Susanna did. So that should take you through the whole song. I hope you enjoyed this. And remember, I have the tabs if you want to get a little bit more detailed and really lock in exactly what I'm doing. In the tabs, I'll notate which fingers on your right hand to be using, which fingers on your left hand to be using. Those are on my Patreon linked below, as well as plenty of other full video lessons on technique, as well as medicine music songs. So definitely check that page out. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you can subscribe to my Patreon, that would help me immensely as well. My name is Devin. This is Spiritual Guitar. Thank you very much for watching.